Well, good afternoon and welcome to Didsbury Cricket Club for our fixture this afternoon with Romiley, the third at Didsbury, third 11, taking on Romiley in this third 11 Premier Division match. We've got the Romiley openers out in the middle. Didsbury have won the toss, as you can see on your screen, and are going to bowl. It's going to be Enam Hock to open the bowling, and he's going to be bowling to Graham Umpleby, the Romiley wicket keeper. Earlier start than originally scheduled. We had a lot of rain this morning, but that's all cleared away, and as the pictures might indicate, and I can see from my view in the score box here, nice blue sky above us as we are just about getting ready to start our fixture, and all the way for what should be an entertaining duel this afternoon. Normally is when these two sides meet. Don't worry about it, mate, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Yeah. So we're underway with the first ball, and a dot ball through there to wicketkeeper Finn Lowe. Just looking around at the Didsbury field, we just got one man in at slip, and a gully point. We've got extra cover, mid off, mid on, square leg. As Enam Hock comes into bowl to Graham Umpleby. That's down to third man, so a single, and Umpleby off the mark. I just need to adjust a couple of things here. There we go. We'll have that down there like that, and I'll put that run on there. So Romiley away, and that brings Romiley captain Peter Stewart on strike. So open the batting. No uncomplicated player, Peter. And already showing his intent. There's plenty of laughter and amusement out there. It's always a good natured game, and Peter enjoys having a swing of the bat. Umpire, that's Sam Hargreaves, I think, umpiring. Not sure whether that was wide or not, but he lets it go. So a lovely afternoon now after a very wet morning, and it's nice to see the sun out and a game of cricket underway. That's straight to Rohan Agarwal at point. He'll be disappointed there, Peter Stewart, because he hit that nicely. He got hold of it, but couldn't beat the fielder. So here we are, last ball of the first over. Enam Hock in. That's sure that's gone right through the wicket keeper, and that is going to be a bye. So one bye to finish the over, and two off the first over. So Didsbury reorganise themselves for the second over. Didsbury are top of the Sunday Premier Division at the moment, and good healthy points advantage, and they will be looking to consolidate that today. We're going to have Dan Ward bowling his left arm spin from this Parswood end. I'm just organising his field. We've got two men out on the leg side boundary already. It's the shorter hit today on the right hand side of your screen. Harry Rigby's gone out to deep backward square leg, and Luke Hughes is at deep mid wicket. Ben Renison just trotting across, being brought into mid wicket. Got backward point, extra cover. Enam Hock, you can just see trotting around to third. Oh, where's he coming to, Enam? Oh, he was down at fine leg, or short fine leg, and now he's coming to cover. So we've got cover, extra cover, and mid off. So a lot on the offside. But the temptation there for Peter Stewart to go for the leg side boundary. And we finally might be ready to have a ball. Dan Ward coming in, and there he goes. He's picked that very nicely. 4 runs for Peter Stewart. So that is the temptation for him there. And he's picked that gap very nicely to start with. Dan Warden will try again. You could probably hear that at home without the need of a microphone, I think. No doubt about his intentions. Peter Stewart, oh, he's edged that. That's just ball going down between wicket keeper and slip. And he's found. Oh, he shouted, "Wait there!" while running halfway down the pitch. But he picked Rowan Agarwal out straight away there at point. In the end, potential disaster averted for Romiley. Out into that ring of fielders on the offside. And you can see from the shadows on the picture, a lovely sunny afternoon now. Stan Ward comes in to complete the second over. And he's hit that nicely. That's going to be 4 more. He's found the gap nicely there, Peter Stewart. So 4 runs to him to finish the over. And Romiley up to 10 off the first 2 overs. 45 overs aside. And the Sunday Prem, that's the batting order I was given. 3 sets of brothers, I think I was told, playing this afternoon for Romiley. I'm most looking forward to seeing David Stott at number 8. We were just talking before the game started about the catch he took in the earlier fixture when we played at Romiley earlier this season. The short fine leg, a diving one-handed catch he plucked out of nowhere. A wonderful moment for him. But we'll see him a little bit later anyway. It's the Romiley opener still doing the business at the moment. Naseen Hock is in. And Graham Umpleby has turned that nicely around the corner for a single. That brings Pete Stewart back on strike. Slipping a gully in there. Oof. Bit of a leaden-footed swish at the ball there, the Romiley captain. And again, it's blocked out onto the offside. in the air, but straight to David Bowman, who has caught it at mid-off. You saw that in your picture, so the first wicket has fallen, and Pete Stewart driving uppishly. David Bowman taking a good catch at mid-off. So a useful early breakthrough for Didsbury. Pete Stewart gone for 8. 2 fours in his 8, how he likes to do it, but he's gone. And this is Joe Vickers coming in now. Like we're saying, one of 3 brothers this afternoon, playing for Romiley. And just the start, Didsbury will have wanted good early breakthrough. The quest to win a 4th successive Sunday Premier Division title. We're just getting our lunch sorted out in here. If you can hear some noises off, apologies for that. There's Enab Hocking to Joe Vickers. This is away, but good over for Didsbury. So 3 gone. See that early wicket for Enam Hock. There's plenty of bowling options for Didsbury today. We've got Rohan Agarwal, Harry Rigby, David Bowman. So calling action, and Luke Hughes, of course, will be down there, still on the deep mid-wicket boundary. We have opted to open with the spin of Dan Ward. And Graham Umbleby just having a look. Before lining up to face him. Carefully forward. That's into Ben Renison there at mid-wicket. So still the 2 men right back on the leg side boundary. Deep backward square leg and deep mid-wicket. Not sure Graham Umble will be looking to whack it out there at this early stage. Much more of an orthodox batsman. And that tight ring of fielders on the offside. Still, oh, he's flicked that away down the leg side. See if the umpire thinks he got any bat on it. Yeah, he got a leg by. So just one leg by. I wasn't sure whether he'd connected or not, but it's still a run. That's the important thing. So that brings Joe Vickers down to face Dan Ward. Bit short from young Dan, just needs to pitch that up a little further. Good strong action Dan Ward's got now. It's been great to see him develop over the last few years, and will be a terrific asset for Didsbury for years to come, hopefully. Talented all-round cricketer, and is doing a tidy job in this over. No runs off it so far, and finishes indeed with a maiden. It's a very accurate over from him. And yes, it's lovely to. I haven't seen this amount of blue sky in some time, it feels like. We had some umpiring yesterday over in Stockport, a very grey, miserable afternoon, spits of rain. It was warm enough, but never bright, and it's just always so uplifting to see the blue sky, particularly at the cricket. And so after a very wet morning, when I woke up, first of all, it's lovely to have it like this. Enam Hock in for that 5th over as Umpleby tries to nudge it away through, but that is Ben Rennison there, backward point. I beg your pardon, that was Adam. Adam and Ben look similar to me in their caps today, but that was Adam Slater stopping that ball. I'll correct myself again, it was Ben. They look so it's a sign of age, isn't it, when everybody looks so much younger than you. But Adam's at extra cover, and that was Ben in there. Gully, but it was Finlow, the wicketkeeper, in action there as that one whizzed past the edge. And Graham Ump will be fortunate not to nick that. Oh, and again, groping at thin air there. Another good tight over so far, this last ball of it. Oh, and inside edge, almost trickle back onto the stumps, just dribble wide, but not successive maiden overs. And a good start for Didsbury, nice and tidy. Romiley just on 12 after 5 overs. And after a blank weekend last weekend for all the Sunday Prem teams, it was well, Didsbury got started at Stockport Georgians, but it was quickly abandoned, and I don't think there was any play anywhere else. A very disappointing day for cricket, but nice to have that today. And Didsbury will be looking to make the most of the advantage of winning the toss here, inserting the opposition like as they prefer to do. And looking to restrict the runs and take the 10 wickets they need. That's nicely in, and that's straight up in the air. Enam Hock is underneath it. Joe Vickers having a swing and is out. Caught by Enam Hock. That's a rather intemperate dismissal. And but Didsbury not complaining at all. That's an easy catch. For Enam Hock, so he's taken a wicket with the ball and now caught a catch. And I'm just going to step away from the microphone for a couple of minutes, but hopefully the scoring will continue. The batsmen have swapped ends, so Graham Umpleby will be on strike. James Wardle, the new player, helmet-less. So after that short break, sorry about that, we're back with our commentary as well. The game just progressing on. Didsbury in control here. Romiley 14 for 2 after 7. And as you can see, the batsman not making a lot of headway at the moment against some tight Didsbury bowling. As Dan Ward is in, bowling to James Wardle, and he's groping around there for that one. There we go. Sorry about the graphic being up a little bit too long. Just missed a dot ball there, which James Wardle just edged away, and he's more solidly behind that one. So it's a bit of an unusual scene here. One batsman with a cap, one batsman completely bareheaded, so nice and easy to recognise. It's just coming. Luke Hughes is coming now to a deep mid wicket. He's come off that boundary, so we're adjusting, maybe tempting James Wardle to go for that hit. And again, leaving that one go. Almost to another over. Well, it's a full toss. Dan Ward, Dan Ward threw his head back there because he didn't mean to bowl that, but got away with it. The batsman will be probably a bit frustrated he didn't make more of the opportunity there, but he's still there. So let's see, Dan Ward, a tidy effort from him. 1 for 9 from his 4 overs, and that's the Romiley card so far. James Wardle still to get off the mark, and Graham Hunt will be finding it no easier to get the ball away. As Ian Abhock is in, thought about a run there, Graham Humpleby, but Harry Rigby smartly round from square leg. Cut out any possibility of that happening. And this time he does get it away, and he's got sufficient bat on that to get a bat onto thigh pad, but that's a run for him. 15. Nice full delivery at James Wardle, solidly forward. Playing it out to Adam Slater in the... Well, I'm going to say that's extra cover. A bit more of a traditionalist fielder position, just to the right of... on the right hand side of your screen. Always cut right back there, James Wardle. Defended that one out. It's slow going. I think it's the right tactics at the moment. You've got to get yourself in Give yourself a chance of batting through as many of these overs as possible. There's plenty of time to score runs. Oof. There, he's done by that one, James Wardle, but he survives. So another good over from Ian Hock, probing and giving very little away. You can see there the bowling, two bowlings used so far, all very tidy figures. As Dan Ward prepares to start his fifth over. Nicely forward, lovely afternoon now. Just very pleasant. As I was saying, a welcome change to see the blue sky. That's one off the edge. Should be a run there, guys. Yes, easy run. The end. Graham Umpleby just gets a single off the edge, but no big gap. Rowan Agarwal had to scurry round to pick that up. We'll see him in action with the ball for sure. And I wouldn't imagine it'll be too long in happening. Oh, I thought he nicked that then for a minute. So I missed it altogether. James Ward went for the cut. And he's going to get off the mark, is he? With the captain John Battersby unable to effect the run out. James Wardle off the mark. The single. Probably picked his man there at mid-on. The captain a bit back on his heels. If he doesn't listen back later to that. Oh. And Graham Umpleby just letting the ball hit him there. In a bit of a tangle. And again, another good over from Dan Ward, just 2 from it. First 10 overs bowled, and 17 on the board. 2 wickets down already for Romiley, so great start for Didsbury. They'll be very happy with this. So Ian Hock, and again. One down the leg side. So showing some good patience. James Wardle here for Romiley. And a good take again of a wide ball this time. Wide ball. Good while it lasted though. So the first wide of the innings. It's another run on this total. He's gone for it this time, Wardle, and he's found the gap. David Bowman scurrying back. He's going to field it inside the boundary, so it's not got quite well, but 2 runs. James Wardle finding the gap very nicely there. A bit cross-batted, but very effective and right into the gap. It's an indication of how much... 2. Umpire just not quite sure how many to come. 2 to come. Always good to ask if you're not sure. Oof. And that was a totally different shot from James Wardle. A very indeterminate stab. Fortunate not to edge that. But yes, it's just an indication of how much rain fell, because ordinarily that previous shot would have flown away for 4. But all back inside the boundary. Another wide. Another wide. So this last ball of this 11th over is just let go. Romiley, a better over for them. 4 in total off it. 21 the score now. It's going to have a quick pause while the umpires change over. Runs away here for Graham Humbleby of some description, and James Wardle's right back up the field for 3. He'd run 3. They're byes, 3 byes. So 3 byes. That was a remarkable piece of running from James Wardle, who completed a 3rd before Graham Humbleby had finished 2 almost. But good running from him. That's alert piece of play. It was very much his call, running to the danger end. Romiley on to 24 for 2. Go the other. And again into the covers and fielded well by Ian Hop. Six overs for him. Just 1 for 7. Edam's figures, excellent figures as well. Dan Ward also having completed his 6 overs, 1 for 11. Ian Hock will continue. in. Graham Umpleby, 29 balls now. So correction, 28 balls for his 4. Knows he needs to stay there. They're going to take a quick single this time, and well judged. Throwing Agarwal to make a bit of distance to his right hand side. Couldn't quite pick it up cleanly. And if both batsmen went straight away, there was going to be a run on there. Well judged. Single for Graham Umpleby. Oh, beaten again. James Wardle just almost like he had his bootlaces tied together there. Reminiscing with David Stott about just talking through some of the cricket. David playing for Romiley today. We'll be looking forward to seeing him bat at number 8. He's not even got his whites on yet, so he's clearly confident in the Romiley batting. Yeah. Okay. I saw. Yep, I saw. Oh, and it's going to be a leg bye this time. It'll be away. That's a nice shot from James Wardle. He's finally got one away, and that's the first boundary. Since the second over.
Sam Hargreaves takes wickets.
So last ball of this 14th over, Dan Ward in and James Wardle. Oh, this runs down the leg side. I think that's buys this time. That might go all the way for 4. They've run 2. It's gone for 4. 4 buys. It is indeed. And that should be over, gentlemen. It is over, yes, they've agreed. And it is indeed. Oh, so a couple of decent overs for Romiley there. It's a 34 for 2 after 14 overs. And you can see a lot of batsmen have taken a while, and extras are comfortably the top scorer. Just keeping those wickets in hand, which will be crucial for Romiley this afternoon to set Didsbury any kind of target. Nam Hoxton again. Over number 8 for him. Another one whizzing past the edge. Again, struggling to get bat on ball there, Graham Umbleby. He was a bit late on that. Looked like an edge into pad from here. He often does that, Enam, just stutters slightly. But pulled it back all right, and as Umbleby is down, he's just skewed it over backward point. Oh, I was only going to get a single for it, and that was a slight hint of desperation about it. He's been for quite a while, for 15 overs almost. He's just got the 6 runs now, all singles. Rather fortunate to get away. Just got it over the head of Roman Agarwal at backward point. It's a nicer shot from James Wardle. Out to Adam Slater at extra cover. Oh. Whiz past the edge, another one. And another good over from Enam Hock. 8 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 9. His figures. And Didsbury know they've just got to be patient. Plenty of bowling options this afternoon. There's Dan Ward coming in to start his 8th over. 35 for 2, Romiley. Graham Umbleby on strike. Nicely forward there. Keeping that out. Still that pretty tight field on the offside. In fact, you might just be able to see Adam Slater coming in there at short cover. Yeah, tight offside field, mid-wicket, and Luke Hughes still back on the deep mid-wicket boundary. Mid-off and mid-on as well. Gully and backward point as well as the slip. Hands on the hips here from the Didsbury players. Just feeling that could have been a wicket perhaps, but and just jamming down on that one in time for another maiden over. Dan Ward's fourth maiden, 1 for 15 for him from his 8. Excellent spell. Ian M. Hockin. That's down there. Oh, good take from Finlow. Speared down the leg side. I don't think so. Oh, and they've called him through now. That should be a run out. Oh dear, and a poor throw. Graham Umpleby called him through, and James Wardle was just standing around looking for the ball. He had almost the length of the pitch to run. Harry Rigby had the ball in his hand, and it was a pretty indifferent throw. An accurate throw there, and he would have been a long way out, but Ian Amott couldn't gather. It was above his head. The batsman escaped, and he got a single. Which brings Graham Umpleby back on strike. Yeah, he's got to sit down there. Yeah. Oh, just short of Rowan Agarwal at backward point. So, definite escape there for the Romiley pair. Didsbury throwing away the chance of a third wicket. Quite literally from the poor throw. They just have to stay patient. Chances will come. The batsmen, although they're staying now, are not making a lot of progress. 6 off 46, Graham Umpleby, and 8 off 34. Well, 24 runs, but it's taken them best part of 12 overs to compile that. Over. That is over. Oh, I made that over. The umpires have said no, we're going to have another one. Well, I made that over, gentlemen, but there we are. We're going to have some extra runs. That's a bye, I think. yes, one by to finish. That should be the end of the over now, and is so 37 for 2, 17 overs. And we've not quite had an hour's play yet, so that's a good over rate from Didsbury to get started with. Always good to get through your overs smartly. It's a constant theme here at the club, and a very important part of the game. Certainly third 11 cricket. So yeah, 17 overs. We've not quite had an hour yet. Batsman just having a quick chat. How they're going to do things, and I think there's a bit of an apology there you saw from Graham Umbleby for. I mean, to be fair, it was his call, but with his partner clearly not aware where the ball was. Oh, that's straight out. Having said that, Luke Hughes in there at short mid wicket. So the two of them were just chatting and talking, and then Graham Umbleby's just given a simple catch to short cover. So that is the third wicket for Didsbury. We said that would just come if they were patient, and it has indeed. Graham Umbleby battled hard for, as we say, just shy of an hour for his 6 runs, but he's gone now, caught by Luke Hughes. 37 for 3, Romiley, and we're going to see George Wild. He's just having a chat off screen with the outgoing batsman, just offering him a couple of tips. So that's a good breakthrough for Didsbury. I'm surprised that Romiley didn't run a drink on there for James Ward, who's been battling hard in his own way out there as well. He's been out there half an hour, and it's hot work in this sun. We'll see George Wild coming to shot in a moment. A tall young man, bright orange straps on his pads. And here he comes to take guard. And this will not be an easy proposition for him at all. As he's just looking around at the field, that tight set field, slip gully backward point, cover extra, cover, short extra cover. And that's gone out to gully to Harry Rigby. Mid off, mid on. Adam Slater back at deep mid wicket, and Ben Renison forward of square. So the invitation is very much to have a swing on that leg side. Yes, there should be 2 to come, gentlemen. Oh, just past the outside edge. Another over, good over from Dan Wood, a wicket made in that one. 2 for 15 off 9 overs now for him. Terrific spell of bowling. We've just had our first hour now, 18 overs, and a great hour for Didsbury. 37 for 3. The visitors Romiley. As the umpires are swapping round again, I think. Just need to sort a couple of. I think just one of the umpires has gone. switching round as we have to do on Sundays. I think we're going to have a change of bowling. I think this looks like David Bowman organising things. So yes, David Bowman from that far Fletcher Moss end. Slightly different field. James Wardle to face the left arm spin. There'll be a few tossed up here. And just looking at the field, short fine leg, backward point, just slightly forward point cover, deepish mid off. Luke Hughes mid on, mid wicket, and then the two men back, deep square and deep mid wicket. So what will James Wardle do? He carefully watches that one past the stumps. Oh, well, he had a real go at that, as you saw, almost overbalanced. There again. Very tempting to try and have a big smack at this. There's one. And he's got hold of it as well. He's hit it quite nicely. He's not going to get 4 for it. He's not really got hold of it. In fact, he's only got a single in the end. But he didn't try and hit it too hard, James Wardle. That's often the mistake people make when facing that particular delivery. But he made sure he found a gap. So one more run for him. He's on to 9. Brings George Wilde. On to strike. Let's see what he makes of this left arm spin. David Bowman. Carefully forward. That's much flatter. And a nice easy run. Get George Wilde away. The singles. Rowan Agarwal fielding at deep square. So that's tidy first over from David Bowman. 19 overs gone now. So still the scoring rate fairly modest. Just number 2 and over, as you can work out. Dan Ward is going to continue. Can bowl up to 12 overs on a Sunday. It'd be interesting to see if he goes right through. Certainly bowling well enough. George Wilde back on strike to face him. That same field as the previous over. A 6-3 split basically. Everybody getting in there. I can see David Bowman in there, very, very close. Very short mid-off. Oh, skewed that one out to cover. Marine Amott picked it up. So we've got Luke Hughes at short extra and David Bowman at very short mid-off. John Battersby, as you can see, equally close in on the onside. Really pressuring the batsman here. Temptation for the batsman will be to hit. There's nobody behind. The two men you can see close in there. Oh, that was an opportunity, a bit short, but he missed out. George Wild. And that's it. He's put that straight up in the air, but he's got it. He's placed it nicely. He's going to get a couple as well. He's 2 runs for George Wild. End of that 20th over, and he found the gap nicely there. Just like I said, there's plenty of space behind. Wasn't sure for a moment he got enough on it, but clearly he had. And you can see extra still top scoring for Romiley. No batsman into double figures yet. There's David Pullman. Prepares for his second over. The two batsmen having a lengthy chat. Bowman and tossed that right up, and James Wardle will get into double figures. First Romiley batsman into double figures, another single for him. Scoreboard operator Herbert this afternoon is proposing a celebration for that. But, we'll see anyway. George Wild back on strike, and that looks a very hittable ball, but he's missed out. He's dropped short down the leg side, but definite scoring opportunity missed there. Oh, that's tossed right up, and George Wild has hit that, but just to the left of mid on. Gets a single. And you do the right thing, not trying to hit it too hard, because that's often when you can hole out. Wardle carefully back. Oh, that's edged. Jamie Collins coming round. Nobody in close in the slip area. Not very often you see David with a slip, actually. They're more of a fairly typical field for him. And he's got with the men back. James Wardle defending stoutly. And another over whizzes by. Just 2 from it. You can see there the very tidy bowling figures. This first 21 overs were almost at drinks. Only 43 runs. They've worked very, very hard for them. And I'm going to see a change. We're not going to see Dan Ward bowl his 12 in one go. We're going to see Luke Hughes. Come on, more spin from this Parswood end. Very tidily. The last time I saw him bowling for the threes, Luke. He's going to be bowling to George Wild. Slightly more orthodox field. Mid off, mid on, deep mid wicket, square leg on the leg side. It's his right arm spin. And George Wild nudging that behind square on the leg side for an easy single. Nicely in. It's very tidy action, Luke Hughes, and James Wardle in behind it. away, but a man in that gap now. It's Jamie Collins at short fine leg. He's coming round to make sure there's no repeat of the single off the first ball. That's short, but not James Wardle unable to cash in on that. And just turning it round the corner, Jamie Collins tidying up. It's about a length, he's pulled that back, well that's the man on the mid-wicket boundary, Adam Slater. Smartly round, it's not, there's quite a lot of ground to cover there. It's a short boundary, he's done well to stop that and keep that just to one. As young Adam. Again short, and that's gone down the leg, so it's wided by the umpire, so they're going to be 2 wides. So we'll have to have that again, 2 wides. Let's just put that on there. 47 is what we want. Yep, there we go. So this should be the last ball of Luke's first over. Again, a little short, but it's defended out carefully by James Wardle, and that's the end of the 22nd over. You can see that run rate after the early boundaries from Pete Stewart in that first over. That's the spike, and then it's just dipped away. And just 2 runs and over thereafter, really. So Didsbury will be delighted with this. Almost halfway through now, the overs. And just 47 on the board for Romiley. David Bullman in, George Wilde on strike. That's a good swing of the bat, but all along the ground to mid-on where the captain, John Battersby, a tumbling stop from him. Keeps that to 1. Good example in the field there. John's not got a cap on, but I don't know what he's done with that today. Just bare-headed. James Wardle on strike. He's hit that nicely into the gap. But Luke Hughes round at that deep mid-off position. Keeps it to 1. Seen him scurrying around on your picture. Very deep wide mid-off. As John Battersby is now at mid-on. It's being moved around somewhat. Tossed right up. George Wilde has a huge swing. Misses it. Fortunately for him, didn't come out of his ground. He just with that, he's edged that though. He's got that away. Should only be 1 again, I think. We're not going to get any more than that. Jamie Collins round to field. So slightly more productive over so far for Romiley. 3 off it. We're 50 up in this 23rd over, so yes, it's been hard going for them. James Wardle played about 3 shots there, I think, before he just poked that away on the offside. Get flatter. No, powered out into the leg side. Rowan Agarwal out. Should just be a single, and is. It's a bit over Romiley. 4 off it, 4 singles off it. And I think, are we going to... Are drinks ready? I don't think they are. Just checking to see if the drinks are ready or not. Not sure that they are, so we'll probably just have another over. Yeah, looks like we're just going to have to, wait another over for our drinks. So, 23 overs gone, 51 for 3 Romiley. You might have heard David Stott earlier when he was in here talking to me, saying it's not their strongest third 11 by any means today. So, Their aim will be to bat the 45 overs and just see what they can get at the end of it. Well, that's always easier said than done. They've battled through 23 overs, just 3 down. I'll just see the drinks being prepared now, which is always helpful. So we'll have those at the end of this over unless a wicket falls. Luke Hughes going to bowl. And James Wardle has faced 51 balls, as you can see now, for that 13. No lack of application from him. He's not found it easy. Oh, he's had a huge swing there. Was there to hit as well, but missed out completely. And that's one, I think, probably where you're trying to hit it a bit too hard. Oh. Bit of length from Luke Hughes. I'd like to see them pitch it up a little more. Oh, that's come down the leg side. There'll be more extras. Another... over by. That's the one aspect that's been a little bit untidy. 18 extras now. 10 byes and 5 wides. So Didsbury could do with tidying that up in this shortest. Down the leg side again. Oh, and again, and he's going to get a run there, George, well, but I don't think he knew a lot about it. Just turned his back on the ball as it came onto him, but he single as a result, and we're going to have some drinks now, so let's just pause that on there with 24 overs bowled, and Romiley 53 for 3 in that time. Haven't been put into bat, and we'll be back just after the drinks break. So we're just about ready to restart here after our drinks break at Didsbury. Welcome along to our coverage this afternoon of this third 11 Premier Division fixture. Didsbury in the field. Visitors Romiley, as you can see, 53 for 3 after the 24 overs we've had. Battling hard to make some headway as David Bowman comes in, and George Wilde has swung it straight away and he's been dropped. Oh dear, that's not a very good start from Didsbury. Straight away after the interval, David Bowman drifted one up and it was hammered just to the left of Captain John Battersby at mid-on, through his hands. And, James Wardle has been batting for some time now, an hour and 5 minutes in fact. And so we're with after drinks with a single. He's on to 14. That's a disappointing start for Didsbury after drinks. That'll have been what they talked about, and the captain himself was right up in the air, and that's skewed wide of cover, and that's going to be a boundary. Yeah, a boundary for George Wilde. It's only the fourth one of the entire innings in the 25th over. That's tossed right up, and George Wilde, I'm not sure he meant to hit it exactly there, but nonetheless he got it past the fielder, and there was a bit of backspin on the ball as well, and it scurried away to bring a welcome boundary for him. David Bowman fires that one in. He won't be happy with this start. 1-1-4, and that drop catch off the very first ball after drinks. Not what he will Didsbury will have wanted either. It's got to tidy this up in short order as well. Didsbury, they'll want to bull Romiley out as he's down this pitch this time, and he's found a gap as well, George Wilde. That might be another 4. And Romiley's best over of the innings, quite easily 10 off it. And a very untidy start. All round a drop catch, a couple of boundaries as well, and the first real setback Didsbury have suffered this afternoon. Anyway, they've got to turn that round now. It's up to them. Luke Hughes, who went to retrieve that ball at the far end, scurrying back up to bowl his third over. And he's bowling to James Wardle. He's gone for the big swing, but just dropped short of the fielder out at mid-wicket, straight to him. Bit of an untidy throw as well from Adam Slater, but tidied up as well. So single off that first ball. As George Wilde defends solidly. Oh, called through again. So a slightly better over for Didsbury. You know, just a 2 from it. Should be the last ball. Oh, let's put that away for another single. James Wardle. So a better tidy over from Luke Hughes. 66 for 3, as you can see there in 26 overs now. So these two into double figures and on 29 together in decent time. We're at up to 2.5 now, which is the highest it's been all innings. Didsbury having been in complete control in that first stanza. I think to pull that round, James Wardle hitting that hard into the outfield, into a big gap. There's a lot of space on this leg side as you're looking at the picture for the right-hander. Enam Hock picked that one up. It bounced well in front of him. Yeah, that's the partnership up to 30 now. So a more encouraging effort for the visitors. George Wild. Oof. Just made his ground there. It was a good throw from Harry Rigby. Not far away from a hit. I suspect one of these last two is going to be tossed up. Tempt James Wardle into something injudicious. That's a flatter one. He defends that nicely. And that's a full toss in there. That's floated a bit too high. And again, untidy there in the outfield. Someone's knee. Single is the result anyway for James Wardle off that last ball. So another 3 off that over. 69 for 3 off 27 now. 18 overs remaining. You can see the full bowlers did the reviews. Rowan Agarwal, I'm sure, will be added to that number fairly shortly. So we've got Harry Rigby in the side today. Enam Hock's still got 3 overs to bowl. Dan Ward 2 if needed. Well, it's going to be Luke Hughes. Tidy spell, and that's he's hit that into the gap and got 4 for it. James Ward found the gap nicely there. And he's well into the 20s now. He's worked very hard for it. Should have been run out by half the length of the pitch earlier, but did made a bit of a mess of that one, and he's made the most of that escape. And battled hard now. Second 4 that he's hit, and that's only the 5th of the innings as well. It's been hard going as far as run scoring is concerned. He's getting behind the ball effectively and keeping that out. Tossed that up nicely, but this time the man on the deep wicket boundary scrambling around to just keep it to 1. Adam Slater still doing the hard work out there. Just a bit ginger after he got up from that, but hopefully he'll be okay. Yeah, it's just a little bit sore after that scrambling stop. Last ball of the over. There's a dot ball, so you can see the run rate just picking up slightly. It's nudging up to above 2.5 now, as it's been for a little while, and it just shows the value of staying in and a little partnership developing. They've had a couple of escapes, but that's all part of the game, and have made the most of it. 37 the partnership now, these two. As David Bowman's going to bowl his 6th over. James Wardle on strike, tossed right up. Wardle hits it very hard but straight to cover full toss, and again he'll be probably a bit cross with himself that he couldn't find. There's a big gap either side of Adam Slater there at extra cover. He hit it straight to the man. Always frustrating for the batsman. That's tossed right up again in the air, and Enam Hock has dropped it. Oh dear. Another one's gone down. James Wardle a single. It was dipping on Enam Hock. He had to slide. The no ball. Oh, it's called a no ball as well. So we'll just, that was I think for height, so we'll just have to go back on our display. So it wouldn't have mattered anyway had wouldn't have mattered anyway in the end, but you always want to catch these things. And Enam it was low down, he was sliding, and I think he's hurt his hand actually. He's going to have to go off. He's looking like he's not very happy with life. He's just, hang on. Yeah, he's gonna have to go and put some tape on it or something. He's hurt his hand in taking that catch. Yeah, he's done something to it, so Didsbury will just be a fielder down for a brief time while Enam goes and sorts that injured hand out. He kind of spilled the catch as he was sliding along. So Didsbury just down to 10 fielders at the moment. Dan Ward coming back out to that deep backward square position, so an easy run scoring opportunity now on the leg side for George Wilde. If he can turn it round. That's outside the off stump. It must have been dropped. Oh, the first ball after drinks. That one's tossed up very wide. Missed again. George Wilde unable to tuck into that one. But yes, he's made the most of that good fortune, and it's a handy little partnership this now. He's hit that nicely, chipped that into the gap wide of mid-on, and he's going to get at least 2. Oh, he's got a boundary, in fact. It's really run away. So 4 runs for George Wilde. His second boundary, and score on to 80 now. And he chipped that nicely into the gap wide of mid-on. Onto the single there, but sent back by James Wardle. So good over 6 from it. From that over for Romiley, and they're on to 80. After 29 overs. Partnership 43. 12 overs, which to be fair is much more reflective of the conditions. It's a good batting pitch, they always are here at Didsbury, and that very slow start handicapped them somewhat, but they've certainly prospered since. Luke Hughes dripping short, and James Wardle has found the gap very nicely there, very effectively. Another boundary, and Ron Airing had 4 in the first 25 overs of the innings. We've now had 1 in each of the last 3 overs. So James Wardle's third 4, he's on to 28. And that was a nice shot, into a big gap. On the leg side again. He's hit that nicely too, and that, I think that's going to be another boundary. He's certainly going to at least 3. Net 4 more it is. It looked like it was well hit. 4 more, and that is the 50 partnership these two have put on. And recognised, I think that was recognised by the Romiley players, and good for them. Yeah, 50 partnership. A fine effort from these two. James Wardle, beg your pardon, with 2 fours in 3 balls there. Both nicely hit shots, and he's into the 30s. Yeah, 51 the partnership. 75 balls it's come from. That's a quicker one. Oh, I thought he'd slap that straight back to the bowler for a minute, my angle, but no. That's well in front of mid-on. Captain John Battersby. Oh, nicely bowled by Luke Hughes, and James Wardle just looked like he was going to attempt something ambitious, but checked himself. And again, just a dot ball. At the end of the 30th over, and you can see, look at the worm there, the little upturn is a significant one. They've got the run rate up to nearly 3 and over now, these two, with this very handy partnership. 88 for 3, 15 overs remaining. Enam hopped back on the field, having taped himself up. And Enam is coming round to short fine leg to keep out of the firing line. I think we've got Dan Ward and Rowan Agarwal back, and John Battersby just out of your shot is right back at long on now. So George Wild again has got plenty of options for runs. If he is happy to manoeuvre and push the ball around. But we'll see what he does. He'll get 1 or 2 tossed right up. And that sounded like the players sounded like an edge there. And certainly from the looks of Finn Lowe's reaction, it was. Couldn't see that from here, but that could be another chance Didsbury have spurned. And this is absolutely not what they will have been talking about after the excellent first 24 overs when they were in complete control. 53 for 3 after 24. Normally were. I did 24 in the last 5 overs. And Didsbury have now put 2 chances down, plus that chance off the what was called no ball. And whether it was a no ball or not, they'd still want to have caught it. So they've skewered out now, and missed field. Ben Renison at backward point, and they've got 2. Good running from the Romiley pair, but again sloppy from Didsbury, and that has been the word after the drinks interval. Another one it's past the edge, right, so 2 off that over, at least the runs were limited. But another catch down, you can see that 4th wicket partnership worth 53 now in 14 overs. David Bowman just comes across to have a look at Enam's hand, see what the damage is. Luke Hughes will continue. 5 overs for 21 for him so far. Let's see him pitch a ball. He's bowled him. And the breakthrough at last. A pitched up delivery. And James Wardle's very useful innings and hard fought innings certainly comes to an end. He's out for 32. 77 balls he faced. He batted just shy of an hour and a half. Very hard for those runs. I think that 53 for the 4th wicket. Good partnerships indeed. His afternoon with the bat is over. Should get a good round of applause though from his teammates. as Paul Stewart comes out to bat. Number 6 for Romiley, and that was a much needed breakthrough for Didsbury after this untidy spell since drinks. Conceded 37 runs in 7 overs, dropped 3 catches. But just in the nick of time for them, really. A very useful breakthrough wicket for Luke Hughes, the first one for him. So the batsman just chatting. So you'll see Paul Stewart come into view. There he is, brother of the captain Peter Stewart, who has come and gone up in the batting for Romiley today. And he looks round at the field. 5-4 split on the leg side. Very busy defensive shots. Not looking especially assured, I must say. And Paul to start with. Oh, it's gone off the... Almost caught there, so the back of the bat, I think. Looked like he was aiming for the road. And changed his mind. Stabbed at it. And was almost caught by Dan Ward. And he's got hold of that one, and he has found the road this time with that one. That's gone way back. 6 runs. What a way to go for the mark for Paul Stewart. And in the 32nd over, in style. Poking and prodding around, but that was almost, it looked a very casual flick of the bat. And his brother admiring the shot, the result, and there you can see it. Off the mark with a 6. So Romiley near that 100. That first batting points for them, that will be. 96 for 4. We've got 13 overs remaining. I think we found the ball. Have we found it? Player's just trooping back from the mid-wicket boundary. Someone's gone off just to find it. Find a replacement, I think. I think we've lost that one. Oh no, let's see. Adam Slater's had to go right over the road to try and he's found it. It's in the gutter. We've had another injury in the meantime. Dan Ward's gone off with a very nasty looking deep graze on his elbow. It's a big plaster or bandage on it. Those horribly sore ones. Just getting the ball back, retrieving that. And we have the ball back, and David Bowman's going to bowl his 8th over. George Wild facing, and he's taken a single off that first ball of the 33rd. He's under 26. Now he's going to have to work a bit harder to clear the boundary on from this end, Paul Stewart, but he'll be full of confidence after that earlier hit. I'm sure that was a very sweet shot. Oh, he's gone. It's straight up in the air. It should be caught, and is caught. And so, brief from Paul Stewart. Totally the wrong ball to hit, and just scooped it up in the air. And Finlow completes a simple catch. So Paul Stewart follows his brother back. Didn't quite outscore him there today. Just the one scoring shot. Good one it was, the 6. Well, that's the 5th Romiley wicket. The score 97, and we're just waiting for Paul Healy to sort himself out. And it's just a bit of a pause while a new batsman comes in. It's been a while. It's over 2 minutes since the last wicket fell. And as we well know, the regular watchers of our streams will know the batsman has 3 minutes to be taking guard from the fall of the previous wicket, and he's only just made it. Paul Healy there. Dear me. Anyway, the batsman crossed. George Wild had the sense to get back on strike at least. Well, Paul Stewart just edged that one up in the air. Defending that one out on the offside. George Wild is fairly orthodox. And 2 men back on the leg side for the big hit. And he's stumped. Yes, he's been given out. And that's a very useful double breakthrough in this over from David Bowman. George Wild, good innings from him, but too far forward there, and given out, stumped. He's out for 26. What's that? 46 balls he faced, and 3 fours he hit as well, and batted pretty well actually. Had that escape where he was dropped at mid-on, but put together a very useful partnership of 53 for that 4th wicket with James Wardle. But now that's 2 wickets in an over for Didsbury, which is very useful as David Stock comes out to bat. We were listening to David earlier. It's Romiley scoring for the first 11 and playing for the threes for some time now. Out he comes. And Lovely to see what he can do with the bat. It's a bit high for him, I think, number 8, but I'm sure he'll be quite happy to give it a go. I'd be surprised if he throws his wicket away, David. I think he may struggle with the quick single as well. So we'll see anyway what the options he decides to go with. He's still taking guard, making sure the pitch is clear of debris. Slightly crouched over the bat, tossed right up. Oh no! And he's almost poked it up in the air. Into a full toss in the end, but anyway, survived his first ball. David Stott, and you can see there those the bowling figures, the 2 wickets having fallen in that over. And 3 for 7 now they've lost in 3 overs. Romiley, as Didsbury wrestle back control. And so this will be Paul Healy's first ball as well. Mustn't forget that. He came in the last over, but the batsman had crossed, so he's going to face Luke Hughes. And we've got Dan Ward back out on the field now with a big bandage on his elbow. Dan Ward coming into the slip area. As Paul Healy negotiates his first ball. Not entirely convincing, but effective. One back on the deep mid-wicket boundary, but everybody else is close-ish to the bat. So he's going to have to hit if he wants some runs. And with all due respect to both these gentlemen, the quick single does not look to be part of the repertoire here. They'll need to get it into a big gap, I think. It's just clumped out to mid-off. David Bowman round to field. Oh, God, what a catch. Dan Ward. What a catch by him. And you'll hopefully be able to enjoy that back. Paul Healy stabbed down on the ball, and it was going down very quickly, but Dan Ward, lightning quick response there at first slip. Down he goes, and having just come back on having had his elbow bandaged up, he will be delighted. Understandably delighted with that. That's a terrific catch. So I just wanted to check. So we've got George Healy into bat now, young man, left-hander. Got the check. So it's a terrific catch from Dan Ward. I shall enjoy watching that one again later. And a second wicket for Luke Hughes, 2 for 27 for him now. And the 4th wicket in this cluster of wickets that have fallen. 90 for 3 Romiley were, and they're now 97 for 7. So 4 wickets for 7 runs in a little under 3 overs, as George Healy negotiates his first ball. And Luke Hughes, you can see the figures there just mentioned, and that cluster of dots on the run rate is what we're referring to. 4 wickets in 3 overs, which is well and truly ended that little revival that Romiley were fashioning with James Wardle and George Wilde together. I've still got 11 overs to negotiate. And just the 97 on the board. I want to get 100, at least get a couple of batting points. As David Stott has found the boundary, I think, there with that, and they've got the 100. Very nicely indeed. So, David Stott, his cap's come off in the excitement. Running down the wicket, the wind caught it. He's never moving so quickly. But that is a nice firm push for 4. And David Stott off the mark. Strike rate 200 already. And 100 up for Romiley. So that's a couple of batting point, maybe a couple of points it will be at worst. So after all the excitement of hitting a 4, he's got to readjust his cap, get his gloves back on. Well, he plays with life, and he's gone for the big hit again, but he's out. Oh, he's caught. Oh, David. Caught by Adam Slater. So, brief but glorious. David Stott. Let's put that catch straight to Adam Slater at cover. Sam Hargreaves has come into bat, and David Stott departing, head bowed. 4 off 3 balls. A block, a glorious cover drive for 4. And then spooning it straight to cover. 3rd wicket for David Bowman, 3 for 34 for him. And you can see there that's a rather wonderful story for Didsbury. Sorry tale for Romiley with the bat. 101 for 8 now, but Didsbury will be absolutely delighted. Shaken off the torpor that had seized them shortly after drinks in those few overs, 6 or 7 overs. And Romiley now, the skids well and truly under them. Sam Hargreaves, who I am going to lay a little wager will not be able to resist one tossed up to him. And still 4 balls remaining in this over. Flatter one first of all, and I thought he was stumped. He looked like he'd come away out of his crease. There was no appeal. It looked like he'd attempted something very meaty with the bat. He was right off balance to me, but safe. There's a slightly tossed up one, but that's just clumped out to extra cover. Oh. Nicely forward this time, smothering the ball. Well, now it's gone up in the end. He's got it over him, actually. He's got it over mid-off. And it all the way for 4. So Sam Hargreaves off the mark with 4. And he did indeed get the one tossed up, but picked it right. Placed it as well. So it runs and the wicket off that 35th over. Mr. Manhattan telling the same story as the Worm that we saw previously. That clatter of wickets there, the 5 circles in 4 overs. As Luke Hughes had to go and retrieve that ball from the far boundaries, now to come back up on bowl again. So, George Healy on strike to face Luke Hughes. Oh, puts that away. Everyone in round the bat now. You can see fielders in close there. Slater, Rowan Agarwal. All in close. That's a bit aerial from young George. He needs to get over the ball there. Quicker ball from Luke Hughes, and they're going to get one something here. I think this might just be a bye. I'm not sure he got any bat on that. Yeah, he did. All right. George Healy off the mark in that case. It was definitely one something, and it's gone down as a run to the batsman. 106 for 8. That was Sam Hargreaves. 2 or 3 paces down the pitch already. And he's gone for it. Oh, I thought that was bowled in there. I thought he'd missed that altogether, but no. Wide of the stump, so he survives. Sam Hargreaves, just one off that over. 36 gone now. Just 9 overs remaining. Yeah, that's the one that tells the story of the tale of woe for Romiley. Looks like it's going down in so quickly. So David Bowman, 3 for 38 from 9. Ball his 10th over. And, young George Healy to face him. Toss right up. Young George, but he's solidly over the ball. Went close in all round the bat now. Well, some good solid defence from the young man at least. He's not being tempted into an indiscretion. This last ball, lets it go. And a maiden over. That's fair enough from the young man. We've got to stay in to at least try and be there to bat these remaining 8 overs out. 120 is the next batting point available for Romiley. So I'm sure these two will manage another 14 runs. And we're going to see Rohan Agarwal. So yes, Luke Hughes 2 for 28 from his 8 overs, and we're going to see Rohan Agarwal. That's alright, David. From this Parswood end. A very talented player. And he's now into the attack. Oh, Sam Hargreaves almost going first ball there for an ambitious smack into the leg side, which he was too early on. It's been just chatting and laughing about it with the fielders. Finlow dashed round to try and catch it, but not able to do so. He was down the pitch and he's quicker ball. Rowan saw him coming. Finlow couldn't gather it. If he'd have gathered it, that would have been a stumping all day long. But still part of those variations that Rohan has, and he's developing all the time. And Sam Hargreaves making his intentions clear. I understand that. He's the number 10 batsman, so fair enough. I'd like to think that they were just mindful of the point situation. I'm sure they could fashion 14 runs from somewhere, these two. Hopefully he'll just rein himself in from Romiley's perspective. Obviously Didsbury will be hoping that he continues to try and hit. So far a bit of a stalemate this over. And he's bowled him in the end. So Nagarwal starts with a wicket maiden. Wicket off the last ball. Clean ball, Sam Hargreaves. Out for 4 and 106 for 9, and James Vickers the last man. Just coming in now, and that's a nice start for Rowan. Well, you can see that Romiley scorecard there, the two in the middle, Wardle and Wild. A good 53 partnership, but other than that, all single figures. Other than the extras, Didsbury have given them 16 of those 19, 3 leg byes as well, so from Didsbury's perspective another 16 they needn't have had. However, still 106 for 9, they won't be unhappy with that, and it's just a question now of how long this last pair can hold out. Young George Healy resisted defiantly. In the previous over from David Bowman. Let's see what he decides to do in this one. Just organising the field slightly differently. Arabi coming across to cover. So we've got point cover and extra cover on the offside. Oh, and he's bowled. He's clean bowled. As the field was rearranged. A 4th wicket for David Bowman and the innings all over. As George Healy is bowled. Romiley all out for 106. As the fielders come off. A smart performance from them in the end, and indeed they've induced quite a collapse there on Romiley, who were 90 for 3. So they've lost 7 wickets for the addition of just 16 more runs, as you'll see from that rather sorry scorecard coming up. 53 partnership for the 4th wicket, but then the 2 men fell and put that partnership together, fell within a few balls of each other. As I say, that slide from 90 for 3 to 106 all out. 7 for 16. in just over 7 overs, and you can see that circles of clatter of wickets at the end of the innings. As Didsbury require 107, they'll have 51 overs at them as well. We'll start again about 4 o'clock and join you again then with our commentary from Didsbury Cricket Club here. But for now, Romiley 106 all out. You can watch the Didsbury bowling figures. David Bowman, they picked their 4 for 38, but all the bowlers taking wickets and all bowl very tidily. Some good catching as well. Good effort from them. I must say, we'll join you again just after 4 o'clock with the Didsbury reply.
Come on, 10 to go!
So welcome back to our coverage of this third 11 Sunday Premier Division fixture, Didsbury and Romiley. If you were with us earlier, you'll have seen Romiley all out 106, disappointing collapse from them. In the last 7 wickets for just 16 runs in a little under 7 overs. And we're going to get going with the reply. Jamie Collins, the left-hander, on strike, and Peter Stewart, the Romiley captain, is going to get started. Yeah, we're all good. All good for the to go. Just getting a signal from the umpire. So Didsbury, 51 overs. They shouldn't need anything like that to get these 107 they require. And Jamie Collins and Harry Rigby, the non-striker, but it's going to be the left-handed Jamie Collins first of all, who's had his problems facing Peter Stewart over the years. And we'll see how he gets on this time. That's hit hard, but well fielded there. That is Joe Vickers, I think, in at cover. It's one man back. Sam Hargreaves is back on the cover boundary. Short boundary there. three other fielders in that offside ring. That's down the leg side, and Jamie Collins away. David Stott chasing the ball. Can't quite see him. Probably run 3 there, to be honest, but they've settled for 2. And Jamie Collins away with 2. Should be happy with. Paul Stewart in at slip. And then we've got Stott, James Wardlin at square leg, and young George Healy at mid wicket. Mid off and mid on, that's short, that should be no, straight to the man now. That's James Wardle at square leg. Mid off and mid on in as well, and yeah, extra cover on the boundary and backward point on the offside. So big task for Romiley to try and get anywhere with this. Pete Stewart threw his overs in a flash, which is always good for the game. Down the leg side again, but missed out Jamie Collins there. So very rapid first over, and we're through it already. 2 for there's David Stott. Prepares the ball in the second over. Was saying to me earlier that Romiley are considerably under strength today. And it is one of the youngest sides I've seen. So it's going to be David Stott to bowl. Harry Rigby, right-hander on strike. Straight away off the mark with a single. Harry Rigby, well fielded by Sam Hargreaves, still doing the duties on the extra cover boundary. So Jamie Collins down there to face David Stott, very gentle right arm over. So there's 2 or 3 bowlers that Romiley are short of now. They would normally be playing today, so they will do their best to mix and match what they've got. I'm just looking here now, we've got a forward square leg in, James Waldron quite close on the leg side. For Jamie Collins, slip. Sam Hargreaves on that boundary is back at deep, backward square leg. Mid off, mid on, extra cover and backward point. We've got a fine leg as well, which I think is a bit unnecessary, because Romiley have got to take as many wickets as they can, and they're not going to do that with men back on the boundary. Certainly not going to contain Didsbury in that many overs. So anyway, they've decided to have the fine leg back. There's Jamie Collins just carefully. A little drink soda there, which is very kind. That's the so last ball of this second over. Been a tidy start for David Stott. And yes, again, just one off it.
Good play, man. Good pretty well, boy. Right hand.
So, not quite start to reply. That's the batting order, I think. Something like Didsbury will go with, although it's a little bit flexible, that top 6. But they're the batters I would expect to see in that top 6. From a Didsbury perspective, hoping we don't see any of them, but we'll see how we get on. Right, Harry Rigby, a big right-hander, likes to feel the ball on the middle of the bat. Just a one-man back. Sam Hargreaves on that deep mid-wicket boundary, so plenty to aim at for Harry. So let's see what occurs here now as Pete Stewart comes in. Well, there's Biff, and that's straight away Harry's intentions being clear. 4 runs, Harry Rigby. And a clean hit straight down over the it's gone to a very wide long on, I think, that one. It's gone under the covers somewhere, so it's having to be retrieved. Oh, that time on the pad. So he drives powerfully. There's probably a single there if they wanted it, but Pete Stewart took enough off it to dissuade the batsman from trying anything. Again tossed up, and I think Harry Rigby was going to go for something, realised he was going to get done in the flight, and just poked it out to extra cover. Oof, and there is Jamie Collins alert. That's good play, and that's a bye. One there to be had, so good piece of cricket from the non-striker. And a tidy start for Didsbury, 8 of the first 3. So David Stott still moving his Sam Hargreaves around, so he's on that cover boundary now, almost just in front of square. So slip, very square point, and then the man just in front of point on the boundary, extra cover. As well, mid off, mid on, mid wicket and square leg. And Harry Rigby aiming some expansive blows here, but not really connecting with anything. Just needs to take his time, Harry, and he can enjoy himself. That's a nice shot, firmly down to mid off. I think that's very wild there. I beg your pardon, George Wild. That's whizzed away over backward point. It's going to be a couple at least. Can he get there? No, he can't. 4 runs for Harry Rigby. I thought for a moment Sam Hargreaves raced round, and I thought he got there, but his momentum took him past the ball. And very difficult to field down there anyway with that short hit. 4 runs for Harry Rigby, his second boundary. scoreboard operator today, Herbert. It's causing a bit of chaos in here. Just tidying that up. There we are. Nice shot from Harry Rigby again. That's only a single that punched out to that cover boundary. Collins just happy to play defensively. See how that remainder of that over. So there you can see, if you hadn't earlier, the tail of woe at the end of the Romiley innings. All those circles are wickets, and a real clatter. 7 for 16 in just over 7 overs. That was the sorry tale for them, but a very happy one for Didsbury. We're delighted after 24 overs for 4 drinks, when Didsbury were really in complete control. It was only 53 for 3 at drinks, and then dropped to catch first ball after drinks, and a good little partnership ensued. But once that ended, really all came to a real collapsing halt. So Didsbury, it's nearly 107 in total. And that's a nice shot from Harry Rigby. He's going to get 4 more for that. He's just not trying to hit that too hard. Powered it well over mid-off. His third boundary. And bringing that requirement now to 90. Didsbury starting off near 107. They had another 6 overs as well. That should not come into the equation at all. They try to be in too much of a hurry. Just pick the right balls to go for. Smack, that's another one. He's going to do well to stop that, Sam Hargreaves. And oh no, he hasn't. It's a desperate diving effort. But another 4 for Harry Rigby. Found the gap there on the leg side, and despite the best efforts of the man there. Another boundary. Defending that one quite sensibly. Romiley keeping them. They've still got the one man back, and I think this is the right. The mid-off and mid-on are pretty deep, and I think these are the right tactics for them. They've got to try and take some wickets. I thought he edged that. My angle, not far away. And that's a free hit. Too short rather, and hit very hard by Harry Rigby. 3 4s in the over. An expensive one. Didsbury already up to 25 off these first 5 overs. Harry Rigby himself has 22 of those, and 20 of those 22 in boundaries. You can see the Manhattan also indicating the collapse at the end of the Romiley innings. And the struggle they had to get any real momentum. Just 1 over where they got double figures, 10 runs. Other than that, it was hard going. It is a weakened Romiley side, as we've said. I know there are a number of regular players unavailable, or they've had to ship other players into play for their second 11 yesterday, which makes them ineligible for today, and that kind of thing. Always difficult at this time of year once the holiday season well and truly upon us. They've done well to get an 11 out today, and they're doing their darndest, I'm sure. David Stott. Into ball to Jamie Collins. They were pretty quiet so far. And punching out, finding the fielder. That's James Vickers there. 2 Vickers brothers playing. They both look very similar as well. No, that's Joe Vickers, beg his pardon. Jamie Collins has got it through the gap. No, he hasn't. Sorry, just looking. James Vickers down at fine leg. He's the only man. Well, him and Sam Hargreaves, the men out. So, I've got a fine leg. Really does defeat me. anyway, that's what they've gone with. And easily turned away for a single for Jamie Collins. Just struggle to get there right there. Third ball, isn't it? Yeah, 26 for none. And that's upish, Harry Rigby, but short of Sam Hargreaves on the cover boundary, so it'll be another single. A slight heart in his mouth moment. Afternoon coffee has arrived, and a bit of Coke. Our scoreboard operator today. It's a lovely shot from Jamie Collins, but stroked straight up to mid-off to the captain. So should be the last ball of the 6th over. Oh, and he's gone for a... he's hit a 6, Jamie Collins. He's got it right over the fielder's head. 6 runs for Jamie Collins, and if you'd had to lay a bet on the first one of these two batsmen to hit a maximum, I think most of the money would have gone to Harry Rigby, but Jamie Collins has beaten him to the punch, and good shot Jamie. Waited for the ball, it was a bit short, saw it, got onto it very early, pulled it well and effectively, and way over the head of the deep square leg fielder for a maximum. Very satisfying feeling, and Didsbury into the 30s, 33 for none, and just the 6th over. So all good for Didsbury. I think still just retrieving the. Oh, have we got the ball back? Yes, we have got the ball back. There we are. So Peter Stewart and again Harry Rigby on strike, and just lets that drift right in the end. We've got a very wide long on back on the boundary, as well as a very square mid wicket. Harry Rigby has hit it straight to the man. He's hit it straight. He's hit it straight to Joe Vickers. That cover, can you believe it? All those fielders all the gaps to choose from rather, and he's picked out the man straight to him. And Harry couldn't believe it either. So the first wicket of the Didsbury innings has gone down Harry Rigby. 23 off 21. Can't believe it. Oh dear, but that's what happens. And there we have it. What a goodness, I just cannot believe what he's done there. Of all the places he could have hit it, had all the time in the world to pick his spot and pick the man. That was Joe Vickers. I'm pretty confident that was Joe. Yes, it was. Cover. So Ben Renison, the new batsman. Let's see him coming into your shot now. Oh. And wicket has given the Romiley field some life. Ben Renison just playing that back carefully, quite rightly so. Just needs to get himself in. That's a good shot from Ben Renison. Picked the right ball to try and hit. He's got away with a boundary as well. 4 for him. And the end of the 7th over. So a successful one for Romiley in that sense, but Didsbury take another 4 off the requirement. Just down to 70 more now that they need with that 4. See that very good opening, rapid opening partnership. 33. That's going to be David Stott to continue. Just looking, I think Romiley have got a sub-fielder on. Yeah, but we'll see. Anyway, confirm that. It's going to be David Stott. Jamie Collins hit him for 6 the last ball of the previous over, but not that one, Jamie. Defending it nicely. Would have been a single there, a bit of a fumble in the covers, but no run in the end attempted. Not 100% familiar with the Romiley field, but I'm pretty sure they've got a sub on. I think George Wells gone off, I think. Apologies if I'm wrong. That is Joe Vickers. Catch in the previous over. Is that George there? No, I'm getting myself all mixed up here. Everything's fine. So there's no sub-fielder on. It's just me just getting my fielder recognition right. So there we are. We're all good. George Wells at mid-on. Mid-on for the left-hander. There we are. So last ball of this over. And this up. And again, thinking about a run, there probably was a run, but Jamie Collins sent back by Ben Renison, and they had enough time to make it back, so it's a maiden over. First one of the innings. David Stott. See the Didsbury card. As I say, that top 6 a little bit flexible, and already it's swapped around a little bit with Ben coming in at number 3. He's going to be on strike facing Pete Stewart. Up to 4 off the last ball of the previous over. Oh, and that's runs this time. That's down the leg side. There should be at least 2 there. It's a question of 2 what? I think that's 2 byes. Yep, 2 byes. single this time. That's James Vickers around to stop that, but that's a nice single for Ben Renison. Score was on to 40. Another dot ball. A tempting one. He's coming in off the slugger up pitched. And quicker ball and flicked away, and that's going to be another two because David Stott's after it. And he won't be able to get it back in. Oh, there's good ball in, but 2 runs off that more aggressive approach from the Romiley captain, but didn't help him. As you can see, there's 5 overs, cost 25. Okay, so I think there's going to be a change of bowling next over from this end, but we'll see David Stott from the far end for now. 42 for 1 off 9. Didsbury 65 more wanted. Nice shot from Ben Renison. Single. Up there, and that's all Didsbury need to do. Just knock it around. Absolutely no hurry. Anything wild, there's no rush. All the time in the world. To get these runs, that's down the leg side. Another easy run. Final ball of this 10th over. And again, Ben Renison carefully forward. Oh. So just 2 off the over. 44 off 10. We're going to see young George Healy on to bowl. From this Parswood end. It's a long enough run up, so we'll see. I've not seen him bowl before, so we'll see what we get here. Going to be coming, I think, over the wicket to the left-hander. Yep. So here we go. George Healy, long bounding release around the wicket actually to Jamie Collins, the left-hander. And that was a decent start. On the spot, good length. That's what you often see with young bowlers. They tend to bowl too short, but that was right on the length he needs to be. Down the leg side. Off the pad, that's going to be a leg by. So, one on the total. So brings Ben Renison up the strikes over the wicket now, the young man, to the right-handed batsman, and he's beaten there. Quite fully forward, not fully committed to the forward defensive, I don't think, Ben there, but to tidy that up a little bit. Ben's pinged that to mid-off, but straight to the fielder. Oh, and that's gone right through. So that's going to run at least 2. And it's a really leisurely 2 as well, I have to say, boys. 2 byes by the umpire, so one that defeated the wicket keeper. Didsbury will take the 2, no matter how they come. That's a nice shot from Ben Renison, that's into the gap. It's going to be another 2 at least. Captain himself scurrying right round to keep it just 2-2. So a decent first over from the young man, George Healy. 2 off the bat, those extras as well. Made it in total 5 off the over, 49 for 1 off 11. Didsbury progressing smoothly along this time, 58 more needed. See, the run rate required is, as we've been saying, of no consequence really with so many overs. It's going to come to that. So it's going to be David Stott again. Jamie Collins facing him. Flip that away, but straight away. That's Joe Vickers there. And a bit of a biff there from Jamie Collins, but he's not got hold of that. He's only going to get a single. But one nonetheless, he'll take. That's fine. The 50 up for Didsbury. It's 12th over, 57 more required. There's Ben Renison on strike. What about a single or two batsmen there, but Jamie Collins sent back. Nice shot from Ben Renison here. It was too full, that ball, and he's going to do well to pull that back. 4 runs for Renison. Second boundary, and into double figures with that, and a sweet hit as well, nicely placed to end that 12th over. 54 for 1 now, so Didsbury past halfway. You can see that blue well ahead on the worm, and that, again, we keep saying it, that all those circles clumped together at the end of the Romiley innings. A very forgettable day for them with the bat. So yeah, 54 for 1 after 12 overs. So 53 more required.
Come on, George.
Round the wicket to Jamie Collins, who
Nice, George, look that.
cut hard at the ball, but missed it.
Wicket ball.
That punched out to, I'm going to go for that being James Vickers at mid-off.
Go, George. Come on, George.
Oh, and that popped up a little bit, and Jamie Collins a bit early on it. And Paul Stewart just a few yards to his left, might have snaffled that fairly easily. As it was short of him, but a little moment of alarm. That's a good little effort this from George Healy. That's short, and it's going to be flicked away for a single. James Wardle
Good, Woody.
around to field that. He's just got to get that length back, but he's been pretty tidy so far. Oh, and that's a full toss. Oof. Which he's got away with. He was trying too hard there, the young man, to pitch it up. Ben Renison will feel he missed out there. Hit it straight to George Wilde at mid-off, who he got a bit of a whack, but as you saw, but nonetheless stopped the ball, no run. Good fielding as a result. That's too short, but just pushed away out. Oh, and it's gone through the fielder's legs. Oh dear. It's gone for 4, and that's disappointment for Sam Hargreaves. Got round to cover it. Should only have been 1, but through his legs for 4. Thankless task out there on that short boundary, so we can forgive him, I'm sure. Like that. Unfortunate, but there are 4 runs the result. 59 for 1 now, so Didsbury, the requirement under 50, 48 more required. Good partnership. She saw 33 for the first wicket, now 26 these two have added in just under 7 overs. I'm going to have another change, I think, and it's going to be Sam Hargreaves himself to take over. So a bit of relief from fielding on the boundary for him. And he's going to be bowling to Jamie Collins. As Paul Stewart had to replace him out there.
Go on now, Hargreaves. Back in,
Yes,
fellas, come on!
Paul Stewart's replaced him out on that square leg boundary. backward square
Hargreaves.
leg, mid-wicket and mid-on the leg side.
But Paul, short
Now,
third,
James
and brings
Vickers
George
coming
across.
round from fine leg position, which I've never understood
Paul,
them having.
Paul, 45,
Where
lad.
is he? Somewhere rather indeterminate. Where's he going?
45, but short third.
We've got 2 men at backward square
Keep going,
now,
keep going.
effectively. Where's he
Yeah.
going? He's just been brought
Normal square leg
in,
in front of the
presumably. Yes,
umpire,
he's been
George.
brought into
George!
mid-wicket now, James Vickers. So, backward square leg,
Come on,
forward square
Sammy!
leg on the boundary, mid-wicket, mid-on. And then we've got mid-off, extra cover, point, and short third man and cover on the boundary as Sam Hargreaves is in. And that looks like a hit me ball, and was, but only one. And a bit of juggling on the boundary from Ball Stewart, keeps it to 1.
Stay where you are.
I've hit that anywhere, Jamie Collins. But, got a single. Still to be there to have a go at another one. Ben Renison on strike now.
Lovely, Sammy! I think you might get one here. See if you can get underneath it.
It's 2 full, and Ben Renison's hit that into a vacant gap. That's going to be 4 runs.
Nice, Sam.
2 full. And, with all that space to aim at. Ben Renison not going to miss out. He's on to 20 now. 4-4 for him.
George, just give yourself 10 and a bit wider, yeah? You know what I mean?
And that's fair enough from Romiley. I think they don't need too many men. Oh, you see, why are you putting a man back now? You need wickets. I can't imagine he's going to hit it straight down there again. There's a man back at wide, long on now, George Wild. And deep mid-wicket.
Great hand,
down
Sammy!
to mid-on, where it's well fielded. David Stott down smartly. A firing line there if he's going to pitch it like that. Short again, and Renison forcing it through the gap this time, and David Stott been sprawling around with the previous ball, has now got to get back
Well done, Steady.
and chase it. 2 runs for Ben Renison, the result.
Come on, Sammy, wicket ball, here we go.
Stott just taking a while to come back, and just see him in your shot there. Straight back at the bowler. A big swing. But got some laughter as well from the Didsbury fielders and Margaret's reaction. All good natured, of course, and that's end of his over. 7 off it, that first over from him. Didsbury, you can see 66 for 1. Require another 41. So young George Healy on to Jamie Collins.
Well done, Dad.
Cut away, and that's I think Dad Paul doing the field in there at backward point, the victim of a fine catch when he was batting. Nice length. Turned away to square leg.
Lovely that, George.
Very tidy again from the young man. but well fielded, but a single being taken. That was the two brothers there, the Vickers brothers. That was Joe with the stop. James tidied up, couldn't prevent a single. Piece of work in the field though by those two. That's hit very well by Jamie Collins. So back over the wicket now. Oh, that's no ball. Yeah. And no ball and 4. Yeah. This went completely wrong for the young man. And another full toss. So that was baseball batted away for 4 by Ben Renison. That's no ball. Okay. So successive no balls. The young man. Well, it's quite got on there, but there we are anyway. 73 to score. That's better. And Ben Renison, all he can do is defend it. Another full toss. A minute away, and that's going to be at least 2 more. George Wild fielding it. It's gone for 4. In the end, right the way through. So good over for Didsbury. Ben Renison in particular. But, just losing his line to the, funny enough, to the right-hander rather than the left. 11 off that over. 77 for wanted. There's 30 more wanted now. And Didsbury closing in. And what will be another good victory. You can see there George Healy at 3rd over. More expensive. But, as we've said, they are struggling for an 11 today. The Romiley 3s, and they'll well to get a team out.
Do it to the right, not the left, yeah.
Against a pretty strong Didsbury side who are in good form, it's always going to be a difficult proposition.
No, George.
Hargreaves continues. That's a single for Jamie Collins. Oh, and there might be 2 there actually. There is
Sorry, Hargreaves.
That's the captain himself, the culprit out there for a rather slovenly piece of fielding. So there we are, 2 runs the result, 79 the score. Got the full toss this time. And a single again. Hit straight to George Healy, couldn't stop it. I've been travelling at, picked up a bit of speed as it hit the ground. Thanks Ben Renison on a strike. He's on to 30. Ben Renison in fairly good time, almost to run a ball with 6 4s. Barely noticed him getting there. And that's another easy hit. Should be 2 at least again there. A big gap
pick
in
up,
the
George.
outfield.
Good work, mate.
And coming around from wide long onto field. Better length that time from Sam Hargreaves.
Come on, Sammy.
Powerfully hit again, but this time the captain down at deep mid wicket. Let's keep it to 1. 83 for 1.
Work, George.
So last ball of this over. Jamie Collins takes it away. Romiley fielders realise there's nobody there at all. Everybody thought somebody else was going to get it. There's 2, and they're going to get 3. Ben Renison and Jamie Collins through for a third.
Have
So
a
that was
flow,
a very
mate, ball.
profitable over.
Healy. Next over that end.
9 from that one.
JV. Good. Come over here, Paul. Paul. Go out. Good, come over here. Paul, go out. Stewart. Take your right hand. There. Normal. To the right hand. Go. Oh, love it. Start, JV.
Apologies for that little hiatus. I've just been establishing it is James Vickers bowling. His first ball hit away for a single by Jamie Collins.
Good.
And a no ball. I think that was signal on a no ball, wasn't it? Yes, and 4 runs. So,
come on, JV, come on, fellas.
makes it 92 for 1. And the partnership way past 50 now, 59.
Lovely.
In fact, we'd normally herald that with a little more of a fanfare, but such has been the rapid progression of the game and me establishing in various identities of bowlers and fielders. A few things have gone unnoticed, but and he said that beautifully for 4. Into the 40s now, and Didsbury racing towards what will be a pretty emphatic win. 96 for 1, just 11 more required. Ben Renison 9 away from a half century, if he can get there. Oh, but he's bowled him. He's had a swing and is bowled. So unfortunate for Ben Renison, but a good innings nonetheless for the side. 41 off 38 balls with 8 fours, and has all but secured the victory for Didsbury today. For another big hit. You can't blame him for doing that, I suppose, in the circumstances either. And he's gone for 41, as I say, a sprightly 41, 8 fours, 38 balls, and they'll get a decent round of applause. That partnership with Jamie Collins for that second wicket, 63 at almost a run a ball, just under, and has hastened the end of the game. Still 11 more required.
Andy, I want somebody to get a good snap of this. Draw balls and then this. Everyone, one, go, get in. He's got a massive job to do, fellas!
Yeah, black humour from the Romiley team. We've all suddenly crowded round the batsman now. see the ball crowding around the bat on that offside. Oh, thankfully it's not looking too silly. Got a few catches in there. Poor James Vickers. As you can hopefully hear the response. Adam Slater aimed for Tesco there, I think. The Tesco car park. And, almost was cleaned up as a result. There's a huge shout, and he's given him. It's a bowling point for Romiley. And hilarity all round. There's 2 wickets in an over for James Vickers. Adam Slater did look rather adjacent. I'm not behind the line of the bowler's arm here, so I can't tell, but he's getting a pat on the back from Romiley captain Pete Stewart. Massively enthusiastic appeal. Possibly too enthusiastic in ordinary circumstances, but I think you can forgive a little bit of gallows humour at this stage for Romiley side. We've had a bit of a struggle this afternoon. The end of the game imminent, just 11 needed. And we'll see Paul Healy going to have a bowl. That far Fletcher Moss end, so all in a day's third team cricket at this level. As I say, Romiley, no, they're struggling, but it's still a little bit of light relief for them at the end of a tough afternoon. So it'll be Jamie Collins who's been there throughout, 23 not out. He's just surveying the field. Everybody in, nobody back. Oh, well, I say nobody back apart from Pete Stewart on this extra cover boundaries. Paul Healy's in, and that's a full toss which Jamie Collins has thumped for 4 to bring up the 100. And that's a very pleasing sound out of the middle of his bat. A good throw as well from Sam Hargreaves. Has held that back. You might have seen the umpire run off to catch that rather smartly. Piece of work from him. Another one, another full toss, and it's another 4 runs. Yeah. Another 4 for Jamie Collins. She's into the 30s now, and he's hit those 2 shots nicely. Into the 30s. And after the amusement of the previous over, we've now got 1 man back and another man 2/3 of the way back, but suspect all too little too late if he's going to. That's short. And then down. So just these 3 runs required, and Jamie Collins looking to see if he can find the boundary again. Oh, he's missed out on a full toss there. That should have been the winning hit, but unfortunately couldn't connect. That's should just be the one. It's just the one. And that's the end of the over, yeah. So there's going to have to be another one, fellas. 105 for 3. Jamie has pinched the strike. So Finn Lowe, who's come in. As we just look at the comparisons, rather meaningless now. Finn Lowe may well not face the ball, but it's of no account this afternoon, really. It's been a good performance from Didsbury, who've done everything they've needed to do. And just one hit away effectively now from another victory, which will see them take another stride towards returning this Premier Division title, which will be their 4th in a row, the 5th and 6th, if I'm right. But anyway, let's just finish this up this afternoon. James Vickers again. Oh, he's not far away from bowling him. Goodness me, I should have put him on earlier, Pete. And again, he's gone back there, Jamie Collins, tried to cut and almost, he could have been bowled, he might have nicked it. Survived. Phil did show an extra cover. Yes, well, very well, James Vickers. So, yeah, perhaps should have been called upon a little early. Not that it would have made a huge amount of difference with so few runs to defend, I don't think. But Jamie Collins is playing out of maiden. There we are. So Finn Lowe is going to get to face a delivery after all. I'll be hoping he can make the winning hit. See, that's two good partnerships at the top of the order. 33 and then 63. Yeah, all but assured Didsbury's win this afternoon. Finn Lowe just taking guard. See plenty of men around the bat. Hoping to take one more wicket. Huge gaps on the leg side, everybody up, as there should be. Oh. And not so very far away. That first ball. And that should be it, and is it? And it is it. 2 runs for Finn Lowe, which brings Didsbury to their victory target, 107 for 3. Didsbury the winners by 7 wickets, and that 25 points this afternoon will enable their defence of the Premier Division title to go on apace. Comfortable win this afternoon, as you can see. Jamie Collins finishing 32 not out, 2 4s and a 6 in that, and just a couple for Finn Lowe at the end there to win the game. So a 7-wicket victory for Didsbury this afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed some of our coverage, and that you can join us again for our next live stream from Didsbury Cricket Club. But for myself, James Emerson, the scorer, and Herbert, the scoreboard operator here at Didsbury, wish you a pleasant rest of the afternoon and evening.